Hi everyone, how are you today? It's Chelsea.Corrine with another story time video for you. I'm excited because today we're going to be reading Mickey and Friends, Let's Go to the Fire Station. Like always, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I post a story time video right here, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, facebook.com/Chelsea.Corrine9, and on YouTube, youtube.com/Chelsea.Corrine. Subscribe, like, whatever, depending on what medium you're on, what social media page. I can talk today. You're on, you can subscribe or like the page, like the video, share the video, and comment down below some book suggestions. Later on this week, we have got Frozen 2, we have got Rio 2, and we have a Winnie the Pooh book as well, all coming up this week. So stay tuned in for that. That's why you should subscribe and like the page so that you are up to date on all of our story time videos. I also posted a makeup video today around noon on my YouTube channel, so check that out. And without further ado, let's get into Mickey and Friends, Let's Go to the Fire Station. Mickey and Friends, Let's Go to the Fire Station by Lucy Geist. "Let's paint racing stripes on the old engine," Huey exclaimed. Mickey laughed. "Hold it," he said. "We still want it to look like a fire truck." Mickey and the boys were on their way to the fire station. They had offered to decorate an antique fire engine for the Town Day Parade the next day. "Uncle Donald is working on a top-secret parade float," said Louie. "He won't let us see it." "Don't worry," said Mickey. "Our fine old engine will be the pride of the parade." Mickey and the others arrived just in time to see their friend Goofy slide down the brass pole in the middle of the fire station. "Hiya, Gay," said Goofy. "Goofy is a junior volunteer just like me," Mickey told the boys as he leaned over to pat a friendly Dalmatian. "This is Freckles, the fire station's mascot." "Here's our parade engine," Goofy grinned as he led the boys to an old-fashioned pumper truck. "Isn't she a beauty?" Mickey started polishing the engine while Goofy and the boys went to work on the decorations. "Does this truck still work?" asked one of the boys. Mickey nodded. "Yes, it works, but it's not as fast or as powerful as the newer engines. Now we just use it for parades." After a while, Mickey and the others walked over to look at the shiny modern fire engines. "So, this is a hook and ladder," said Goofy. "Of course, the one behind it is the pumper truck." "Goofy, you have it backwards," said Mickey. "This is the pumper truck. Boys, it has a powerful pump in it to force the water through the hoses." "It must be hard work being a firefighter," Louie said. "It sure is," Goofy responded proudly. "Do you remember when the big hotel caught fire? We had to rescue about 20 people. I even saved Mrs. Porter's parakeet." "Gosh, Goofy," said Mickey. "If I remember it right, the regular firefighters rescued the parakeet. They just gave it to you to hold." "But I was a big help," Goofy insisted. "I went and found Mrs. Porter and gave her back her bird." Then Goofy changed the subject. "I'll tell you another story, boys," he said. "A couple of years ago, there was a big fire in the park outside town." "What happened?" the boys asked eagerly. "A campfire roared out of control," said Goofy, "but I rushed boldly into the forest. That night, we saved the woods from being burned to the ground." "I remember that night," said Mickey. "It was cold. You and I passed blankets out to the campers. I don't remember you doing much else." Goofy looked embarrassed. After that, he didn't tell any more stories. He and the others finally finished decorating the engine and headed home together. Everybody looked forward to the next day, the day of the big parade. The following day, the whole town turned out to watch the parade. The antique truck led the way with Mickey at the wheel. The boys were allowed to ride in the back with Goofy. "We're going to win the blue ribbon for the best parade entry," said Huey. He looked back over his shoulder. Uncle Donald's float doesn't stand a chance. Donald's float was just behind the fire engine. He had mounted a spaceship on an old pickup truck. "Hey, Donald," someone called from the crowd. "Is that a real rocket ship?" "Almost," Donald answered proudly. "Get a good look. My float is going to send the judges to the moon." Donald drove his wobbly truck down the street, sparks flying everywhere. Suddenly, the rocket caught fire. Within seconds, the whole float was in flames. "Help!" squawked Donald. "Fire! I'll save you," Goofy cried as Mickey pulled to a stop. Goofy jumped off the fire truck. He grabbed one of the old engine's hoses and hooked it up to a nearby hydrant. Then Goofy began spraying Donald's float with water. Before long, the fire was completely out. Goofy was a hero at last. During the award ceremony after the parade, the mayor asked him to come forward. "Goofy, I'd like you to accept this blue ribbon with our thanks," said the mayor. "You were very brave today. In fact, you were the bravest junior volunteer who had ever held a hose." The end. I hope you enjoyed Mickey and Friends. Let's go to the fire station. Like this video if you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the page and like the video if you're on Facebook, and share the video as well. If you have any book suggestions, just comment that down below. Every day, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I post another Storytime video for kids. Mondays, I post makeup videos. Wednesday, food videos. And Friday is my podcast, Lipstick and Lattes. This week, like I said earlier, we have got Rio, we've got Frozen, we've got Black Widow, Bernstain Bears also coming up this week. So lots of exciting stuff happening here. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.